If you're a coach or consultant with years, even decades of experience, then you already know that you have the knowledge and the skills to deliver incredible results. But here's the challenge. In today's competitive marketplace, experience alone isn't enough. And when you want to sell at the highest level, think 50,000, 100,000, even multi-six-figure contracts, then you must be seen as the expert. And without that positioning, you'll never even get the chance to pitch those kinds of deals, let alone close them. Hi, I'm Jessica Yarbrough, expert strategist and growth consultant. I work with established coaches and consultants every day who are sitting on extraordinary expertise, but who aren't showing up as the authority they truly are. If that's you, today's video will help you turn it around. Let's dive into the top 5 ways to position yourself as the go-to expert in your field. Number 1, one of the fastest ways to build credibility and position yourself as the go-to expert in your field is to share your background. I can't tell you how many clients I've worked with who are former executives, senior level directors, even C-suite leaders, and yet they never mention it in their marketing. Maybe you're highly educated, holding advanced degrees from Ivy League schools. Maybe you've built teams, managed multi-million-dollar budgets, or created massive transformations inside of organizations. And that's extremely valuable. But if you don't talk about it, your audience won't know. Your background is part of your authority story. It's proof that you didn't just wake up one morning and decide to be a coach or consultant. You spent years honing your expertise, leading others, and driving results. So share it, own it, let it elevate how you're perceived. Another powerful way to be seen as an expert is to show the proof. I see so many coaches and consultants who have been in business for 5, 10, even 15 years, but have little to no documented social proof. They've transformed lives and organizations, but they've never turned those results into stories. Client success stories are gold. They build credibility faster than anything else. They demonstrate that you don't just talk a good game, but you actually deliver. And when people see consistent results across multiple clients, they start to trust that you can deliver for them too. One of the things I teach in my programs is the art and science of collecting and sharing these stories. Done right, they can become a cornerstone of your brand and sales process. Remember that people don't just buy your expertise, they buy the results that your expertise creates. And success stories make that real. Next, experts have systems, period. If you want to be viewed as an expert, you need to create a unique system. If you want to stand out and command those ultra-high fees, you need a codified process that is uniquely yours. Too many coaches and consultants are certification collectors, constantly leaning on someone else's frameworks. The problem is when you don't own your system, you look just like another coach. Your system is your intellectual property. It's your methodology. It's the bridge that takes your clients from that valley of pain up to that mountain of potential. And when you name it and frame it, suddenly you're not selling hours, you're selling a pathway to transformation. This is one of the deepest dive exercises I take my clients through. When we map out their signature system, everything shifts: their offers, their pricing, their confidence, and absolutely their ability to land next level deals. And this is where that big leap happens. Once you own your system, you can confidently attach a high 5 or even a multi-6-figure price tag to it. For example, one of my clients, a communications consultant, had built a successful business primarily doing workshops, which meant not a high-ticket product and a lot of volume and travel to make money. We worked together to build his unique system, one that was entirely his own. And with that framework, he turned around and sold multi-6-figure deals. By the way, if you haven't already grabbed a copy of my free guide on the ladder of influence, the link is pinned below. It's going to help you scale your authority and position yourself as the expert in your space. Next, here's a big one. If you want to be seen as an expert, you must be able to clearly articulate your value. If you cannot articulate your value, you cannot charge more. When someone asks you what you do, you should be able to explain it in a way that is clear, compelling, and directly tied to the outcome you deliver. Most coaches and consultants stumble here. They either give a vague answer or they ramble on for so long they lose people's attention. Here's the truth. If you can't explain your value in a way that makes someone sit up and think, wow, that's exactly what I need, then you'll never be able to charge ultra high-end prices. One of my clients, a leadership consultant, struggled with this. She was brilliant, but her messaging was unclear, and she couldn't confidently state her value. We worked together to refine her offer and create a solution that she could clearly articulate. Shortly after, she landed the biggest deal of her life, a $360,000 contract. Clarity in your messaging is what allows you to confidently say, my program is $50,000 or this consulting engagement is $200,000. Because when your value is clear, people understand why it's worth it. This isn't about just like inflating your price. It's about being able to communicate the true worth of the transformation you deliver. And when you get this right, you can stop competing on price and start closing bigger deals with clients who deeply value what you bring to the table. Finally, let's talk about branding, because whether you like it or not, your visual presence communicates your value before you ever say a word. And your branding includes everything from the photos you use to your colors, your fonts, your website, and even how you present yourself within those photos. Your messaging is the voice of your brand that speaks directly into your ideal client and shows them that you not only understand their challenges and goals, but that you've created a powerful solution for them. I had a client once tell me that the reason he booked a call with me in the first place was because he was so impressed by how I showed up online. He could tell I was someone worth investing in before we ever spoke on the phone. And that's the power of great branding. It signals to the market that you're operating at a higher level. And when you want to be viewed as an expert and attract those next level clients who are willing to invest top dollar, you need to look the part and to say the right thing. Later, that same client told me that the work we did to transform his brand was so incredible that even if he didn't sign any new clients, it was worth the significant investment of the services, which was amazing to hear and a testament to how powerful the work we do together is. And shortly after that, he did end up landing a six-figure engagement. So let's recap. When you showcase your background, when you share client success stories, you create your unique system, when you clearly articulate your value in a way that supports ultra high-end pricing, and finally, when you elevate your branding and messaging, you stop being seen as just another coach or consultant and you start being positioned as the true expert. And when you're the expert, you don't have to chase clients. The right ones are coming to look for you and they're ready to invest at that highest level. This wraps up my video on the top 5 ways to position yourself as the go-to expert in your field. If you found this valuable, please be sure to hit the subscribe button so you know when each of my new videos drops. Until next time.